a fantastic Saturday. I hope that you are having a great start to your weekend. Um, it's a lot cooler here today, so we're in the low hundreds. Like that's my happy place. When we get a little too high, that might be a little too hot for me. But anyway, yeah, I'll just wait for you guys to pop on in. Just got back from yoga not too long ago. Had to have some lunch so that I could do my live chat with some food in my tummy. But yeah, I have a couple decks here with me, and I have my charms. Maybe we could bust those out today as well. But yeah, as people pop in, I wanted to ask you guys how it went with the numbers last weekend. I remember we were talking about the numbers and plugging just numbers that you intuitively come up with into certain things, just to kind of see how it goes. What up, Sumi? How are you staying cool, I hope? Um, but yeah, so a few people had messaged me and said that, they definitely were enjoying the numbers and just kind of seeing what's what, like what happens. So can't wait to hear from you guys about all of that. So anyway, let me put this in here. So I know I'm starting a little bit later today, but like I said, I had to eat something, otherwise I'm gonna pass out. Ooh, I have some dreams to share with you guys. But before I do that, wanted to know if anybody else has been having like strange, vivid dreams. Maybe not like too strange, but just like, where there's a lot going on and it doesn't make sense. Like maybe there's people in there that don't really make sense, in your dream. My friend Annette was saying, after yoga today that in one of her dreams, Ben Affleck was in her dream. So, but it was just like he was just like being a friend, and he was just like helping her out, after some like horrendous car accident. So, Sumi's like, it's the full moon, which equals intense dreams, which is true. And normally around the full moon, I have a hard time sleeping, but I seemed okay this time around. I could sleep. Actually, I'm sleeping a lot, and I'm waking up sore. And I guess it's because I'm like tensing up in my sleep, like I'm running or something. And yeah, like today when I went to yoga, like my leg muscles are actually a little sore. um, let's see. Spiritual practitioner said, "Strange that you said I had an intense dream last night. First one in ages." Yeah, I want to hear about like what this super moon was maybe bringing up for some people, like some intense dreams. So like I said, Annette was dreaming that Ben Affleck was helping her, like just as a friend, after some car accident. And other people were having like, like whatever, like movie stars in their dreams. And last night my dream had Beverly Crusher from Star Trek The Next Generation was in my dream. So, it's been interesting. um, oh, and by the way, there's lots of other stuff that's going to be put up in our shop, as I just kind of like looked over and just realized. Yeah, so there's going to be some new stuff in Desert Cauldron soon, so stay tuned. Uh, yeah, Sumi. Christian, hello, hello. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. So yeah, let me know like if you've had some crazy dreams. Let me know what your dreams are. If you got anything wild going on this weekend, or maybe you're just chillaxing, let me know too. Gemini Gray Wolf, happy Saturday to you. Let's see. Christian said Jim Carrey was in my dream the other day. That's interesting. Like, what's with all the movie stars and everybody's dreams? Like, I kind of feel like I don't know, maybe our guides or our higher selves or whatever is like using people that we readily recognize, so that maybe we feel comfortable with them or something. So maybe it's like our guides coming to us, but they're just like in the form of something we might recognize. I don't know, but that's interesting. Let's see, what was trying to remember the day before. There was one that was a little more crazy. Let's see. Spiritual practitioner said, my parents came to visit in my dreams. They were talking to me, but it didn't make sense. I'm still trying to figure out what it was all about. No luck yet with that. Um, I've had that in dreams too, where people are saying something, but I really don't understand. Like it sounds like because obviously my first language is English, but it sounds like they're speaking English, but it doesn't sound like it makes any sense at all. And there are times where my dreams are in Spanish. So and because I know that somewhere in my subconscious, my Spanish is still there, because consciously it's like shakily there, but somewhere it's still in there. And so like people are speaking Spanish in my dream, I'm speaking back. Every once in a while, there's like French or Italian being spoken in my dream, but I know what they're saying. And other times it's in English. I have no idea what they are saying. Hey, Michelle. Um, so let's see. The one, not last night, but the night before. Not last night, but the night before. 24 robbers came knocking at my door. No, anyway, not last night, but the night before. Um, there was I forgot what the rest of the dream was that was going on, but at a certain point, the people in my dream stopped my dream because I realized I was dreaming, and I was like, oh, okay, like we got to stop this now, like no more play. It's time to get to work because now I'm cognizant that I'm dreaming. And so I told everybody, I said, hey, I'm in a dream right now. I have to work on some stuff. And so it was like these people, and they were my guides. Amara and Ulag, my two main guides, were there. And they were like, Tara, you have to work on your numbers. The numbers thing that I've been doing, not like working on my math or anything, because I have an aversion to math. But no, it was more like you have to start plugging in these numbers. And they said, it's not like you think. There isn't any numerical association to these numbers. Like there isn't any numerology, but the numbers do represent a frequency because everything is at a different frequency or vibration. And so they said, when you plug in numbers, like plug in numbers into something, they said you're merely just transmuting the vibration with those numbers. And I was like, oh, okay. And so they were like, it's time to get to work. And I knew it was time to get to work. And I knew for sure that I was in a dream, but it was time to work. I was conscious of like who I was. I knew that I was sleeping. And it was like, while Tara's asleep, I have to do some stuff. I have to figure out these numbers. And so they kept giving me the number 1188, and that seemed like a very powerful number. And they were like, well, why don't you play around with this number? They said, anywhere you can plug it into, plug in the number 1188 and just see what happens. They were like, but remember, these are frequencies. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I woke up. And I woke up sore, like my legs were sore, like I felt like I've been running. And the same thing this morning, I went to yoga. I was like, gosh, why am I sore? I didn't go running yesterday, but apparently in my sleep, I must be tensing my muscles or something because I'm waking up sore and I'm sleeping a lot, like 10 hours. Christian said, it came up in a card reading after I'd had the dream with Jim in it, and they said it may have been symbolic of being prepared for working more in the public eye and being seen and known for my work. Well, there you go. Yeah, and oftentimes I think that our dreams do symbolize certain things. It's in my belief. I feel that it's kind of like a Mayan belief too, that we have this spirit that we're born with and it dies with the body, but then there's the spirit that's eternal. So it's basically the one that, like, there's one that just kind of keeps the motor functions, going, so that when we're sleeping and our actual spirit, the koyopa, gets to leave, and or no, the nawal, the koyopa. The koyopa is like the energy, but the nawal is like the spirit. And so the spirit gets to leave, gets all this knowledge, and then when we come back, it's like tries to put it through our people brain, and the people brain is like, it comes across as like weird images, movie stars, like any way that it can get the information across to us. It just sounds, in our logical mind, it sounds like kind of crazy, but I think in spirit speak, it's like that's the only way it can get us the information. So very interesting. Susie, hey, I hope that you are doing well. So you guys keep sending some good juju to Susie. She's had a bit of a run, so we're going to continue to send you good healing vibes. Aries, hello, Aries. So glad, Susie, I'm glad you're feeling much better. Yeah, kind of a intense past couple of weeks for you. So yeah, I'm glad that you're on the mend. I'm glad you're starting to feel better. So um, okay, last night's dream was interesting. So it was, let me see, Christian said, very interesting to hear about your numbers dream too. Yeah, that was little interesting. Oh, Lisa says, hi, loves, just popping in to say a quick hello, hello, hello. Um, so in my dream, I was teaching and I had some students, but they weren't in my classroom yet. And my friend Annette, who teaches yoga, she was actually in the classroom next to me in my dream, and she also had some students. Um, Christian's like, yeah, far out. Lisa said, at my nephew's first birthday, eating tacos. Well, happy birthday to your nephew. Have a beautiful Saturday. And Christian saying hello to everyone. So yay. So yeah, so let's see. So in the dream last night, so it's like I'm waiting for my students to come in my classroom, and what we're supposed to do, like the plan, like it's like since the kids aren't really in our classroom yet, it's me, Annette, and this other guy. I don't know who this other guy is, but he's supposed to be one of the other teachers in my dream, and we're all talking about where we're supposed to be taking the kids. And so there's like it's kind of a good walking distance, but there's this grassy hill area, like a grassy area, and we're supposed to take the kids there. And I'm like thinking like, oh, good, finally we get out of the classroom, get some fresh air. And Annette's like, yeah, I think as soon as the kids come in, she's all like, I think we should just go take them over there. And this other guy is like, he says, man, he says, we're basically, this is a waste of time because this is, we're gonna walk over there and then we're gonna come back. And he's like, nothing's gonna happen because for some reason we're supposed to take the kids there and something is supposed to happen. There's these, something is supposed to show up for them. And Annette's like, they'll come for the kids. And I'm like, yeah, I was like, and I just want to get out of the classroom. Like, I can't wait to just like be in the sunshine. You know, I think that that's much nicer than being in a classroom. And this other guy's like, it's a waste of time. Like, we should just stay in the classroom, da 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 da. Tiny trinkets. Hello, hello. And so, while we were waiting for the kids, I said, well, I'm going to go in the basement. And so for some reason, there's this basement in the school, and it doesn't even look like a school, by the way, in my dream. So I go in this basement, and hey, Surian! Beverly Crusher from Star Trek The Next Generation is there. Joe Biden is there, our president. And my brother is there. And there's like these other people that are there that I know, and James is there, and oh yes, happy Saturday, and we're there, and we're like in this room, and you have to go outside the door, like open the door, and there's this long darkened hallway, and somebody has to go turn the lights on, but nobody wants to go turn the lights on because we're kind of unsure what's in the hallway, and it's pitch black, and so everybody's scared of the dark. You know, they don't know what to do about this hallway. Tiny trinkets, yeah. Oh, sue me. Exactly. So then I tell Joe Biden, I said, you need to go and turn on the lights for everybody. And he's like, nope. And he's kind of laughing while he's doing it. Yeah, Nan, I'm telling our story. So yeah, he's like, nope, like not gonna do it. But he's like smiling. And I was like, okay, you're supposed to be the president of the United States. And I was like, and for some reason the country feels really fake right now. But I was like, you need to go down there and turn the lights on for everybody. He says, I'm not turning on the light. And I was like, and I said, but I was like, you're supposed to, like you're supposed to be the president. So I'm like he's supposed to go turn on the lights for everybody. But he wouldn't do it, and everybody else was too scared. So I asked my brother, I was like, do you want to turn the lights on with me? And he's like, yeah, if you and I do it together, then like I won't be scared. And I was like, okay. But since it's a long, dark hallway and I don't really want to be in the dark that long, I was like, let's jog, which is probably why I'm sore. I'm probably just because I'm all like jogging in my dream or anything. Susie's like Joe could know where to do that. Exactly. So we're jogging through the darkened hallway and we hit a door and we open the door and we flick on the lights. Tiny Trinket says, Joe can't walk in the daylight, much less the dark. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's a little imbalanced, that dude. So, so I turn on the lights, but all of a sudden, like you look in the room and it looks like it's World War II. But like a hospital in World War II. So there's all these young people, like mostly young men, but there's young women too. And they're all laying in hospital beds, and you got these 1940s type nurses, walking around with their clipboards, and they're administering injections and stuff like that. And my brother and I knew that these people weren't sick, but they were made to believe that they were sick. And every time somebody wanted to get out of the bed, like every time one of the guys lifted up the blanket to get out, the nurse would come by and inject him with something, and she'd say, no, lay down, you're sick, you're sick, you're sick. And so I'm like what is going on, And my brother and I are so confused. We're like, but these people, like, and why are we like in the 1940s right now? So we ended up jogging back down the hallway, and we start telling people, we're like, there's like a room full of sick people, and it's like 1940s, it's like 1942, it's like World War II. We're like, and it's what we saw when we turned on the lights. And all of a sudden, Beverly Crusher from Star Trek The Next Generation, is like there, and she's like, well, let's go take a look at these people. And that's when I woke up. I wanted to see what like Beverly Crusher would say. So yeah, so definitely some very vivid, like odd dreams going on in there. So Syrian's like, you go. Tiny Trinket says history repeats itself. Yeah, so it's just I don't know, like my dreams are intense in that way, where there's like, people that are in the public eye, my family's there, friends are there, movie stars are there. And I don't know, and I'm very conscious of like what's going on really in my dream, and I wake up sore. So Jackie says hello from Ireland. What up? Welcome, welcome. So yeah, I mean, if you guys want to share your dreams, those are my two wacky dreams. So, but yeah, I think that there has been some, this full moon brought some intense energy, but I don't think it was that frantic, intense type energy that sometimes people have been feeling, where they've been feeling like they've been slapped in the face with all their shadows. Like it didn't feel like that. It felt like, I don't know, like we're working again. Like remember, this was like several months ago where we were all having dreams that we were working on something together. It feels like that again. It feels like we're working again in our dreams, which may be why a lot of us are sleeping a lot. I don't know. Essence, oh, hello, hello. Jackie said, I very rarely remember dreams. Yeah, for some people, it's hard to remember the dreams. Other people, it's like they remember every single dream. Oh, Marie Christine, hello. It says, you try to convince the president to do the right thing for the country, and he won't. Well, actually, in the dream, it was just I needed him to turn on the lights. Like, just go, dude, bro, go down the hall and go turn on the lights. Silver Star, hello. Yeah, I got your message on Instagram. We're safe here. It's the fires are out in Superior, which is kind of a ways from here, but yeah, we're safe over here. And luckily, where some of those fires are, there's not really that many structures and homes and stuff like that. So I think that the fire departments are doing a really good job at trying to just contain it mostly. Um, Susie said, I once she lives in a cave in Lemuria and is my teacher for real. Yeah, actually, Susie, that reminded me when I was like I think I told you about it, when I was like in this crazy deep like meditation, and like when I looked down at myself, I wasn't me. I was this kind of older guy, and we were in a cave, and there was a student that was in front of me, and I wasn't speaking in a language that I understand, but I was speaking to the student, and I was showing them the tattoos on my arm. Like I had, it was a snake on one arm, and it was a dagger on another arm, and I was like teaching. I don't know, it was like healing, like teaching how to use things like almost like a curandera or an abalario, like something like that. It was interesting. So exactly, Susie. Let me go back to your messages. Marie Christine said the World War II hospital scene is showing you that they are purposely engineering the American people to remain disempowered, which, yeah, anybody who tries to disempower anybody, whether it be like students in a classroom or a whole country or a group of people or something, like that would probably be the thing that I dislike the most, because that's what I try to promote on my channel, is to empower you guys. I want you guys to utilize your intuition. I want you guys to try new things. I want you guys to teach me things too. I want us all to like learn together. And to me, that's like a really empowering thing to do. I think that the more disempowered people feel in whatever capacity that may be, the less like self-esteem, the more fear there is. And you know, I know that there's a lot out there that's hard to explain, and stuff I don't understand, that a lot of stuff we don't fully understand. But I think the more that we are like talk about our experiences and try to work on things, the more or the less fear we have. And I think that empowers people to at least seek out the unknown, you know? So that's, in a nutshell, that's my channel. Like, for as goofy as we are and like all the like fun stuff that we do, sometimes I have my stuffed animals and we're playing with those too, like doing tarot readings with them. Like, you know, I always want to have fun. I want people to have a good laugh too. But I really just want people to feel safe, you know, in a community, and I want people to feel empowered. That's like me in a nutshell. Okay, let me see here. Silverstar saying thank goodness. Yeah, so we're good here. And Lady D, I usually have very vivid dreams, but if I don't write them down right away, it's hard for me to remember them. Some of them are really like, they're the kind of vivid dream where I know it means more, so those I write down. So I have written down some of the current ones. Christensen, symbolic of what is happening right now with the COVID vaccines. Oh my goodness. Oh, I probably can't even say that on my channel. Marie Christine said, turning on the light is a metaphor for choosing the light, the spiritual one. Lady D says, I've been doing your number healing thing for my breathing and it seems to be getting better. I try to do it every day and the numbers are different each time. That's what I've noticed too, is like, they're not all the same. Like if I wanted to heal somebody, like send some healing, it seems like the number keeps changing, you know, like even if it's for the same person and it's for the same thing I want to heal. Yeah, it's interesting. So maybe they are just, you know, we shift in frequencies all the time. So maybe that is it, but I'm so glad that you're trying it out. Sumi said, Biden did not want to turn on the light. The light is knowledge, awareness, intelligence. Biden did not want anyone having knowledge, awareness. He wanted everyone to stay in the dark. And then Lady D said, I really do feel a difference. That is awesome. So yeah, report back. Like, what was your findings with the numbers too? Marie Christian, that's why we like you. The dream shows you the truth of the president. And, you know, I think that the dreams are interesting because our ego shuts down really with those dreams. You know, they just come to us uninhibited. They don't care our views on things. It's just like, hey, here's some information. You go deal with it. And try to make sense of it. Once you wake up. Uh, Once you wake up. Silver Star says, I always get those dreams where I'm getting messages, but I can't wake myself up by morning. I can't remember. Or when you wake up by morning, you can't remember. Yeah, I've had times where people have written messages in my dreams, and I take their message and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll look at it later. I fold it up and I put it in my pocket. And then when I wake up, I'm like, why'd you do that? Like, dude, just read what they gave you. Stop putting it in your pocket. Although every once in a while, I remember that there's a message in my pocket and I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, and it's like, it's probably like my higher self or my guides are like, dude, we literally wrote down a message for her and she literally put it in her pocket. Like, um, oh my goodness. Susie's talking about the housing market. Ugh. So, yeah, I wanted to report on dreams, and it sounds like you guys have been having some intense dreams or some vivid dreams lately. Those of you that can remember your dreams. Some people feel like there was a vivid dream, but it's gone, by the time they wake up in the morning. And sometimes that happens to me too. I'm like, I'm so not like forgetting this dream, and I like try to remember. And as soon as I open my eyes, I'm like, wait, what was it? What? Wait, what happened? And then it's gone. It's gone to the ethers forever. But hopefully, like my soul absorbed it at some level. But yeah, so there's that. Continuing to work with my numbers. And it's just interesting because, I might have like a certain want or expectation for them. But other times when I don't put an expectation, like I was practicing with that number 1188, that's just kind of been my number the past day or two. So like yesterday, we're going out to dinner and we're like, well, let's put 1188 on the restaurant and just see what happens. So I like melted in like butter to the restaurant and I just kind of plug in that number. And, we get there, we eat, we're all done. And I was thinking like, I wonder like what the 1188 did. I mean, we had a nice dinner, we had some, Irani food, some Middle Eastern food. And as we thought about it, we're like, actually, we had a really good dinner, if you think about it, because when we walked in, there was a family that was ahead of us, but they didn't really know what they wanted. And so we just kind of like bypassed that family. And there was this guy who was literally, he was like, hey, next person. We like walked right up. We were able to get out like our order. And then it's like, he couldn't put in the order fast enough for us. And he was just like, okay, we'll have this. And then our food came really quick. It was delicious. And that guy just like kept coming to our table. He's like, do you need anything else? Do you need some water? Do you need more Coke? Do you need, like, and then, yeah, we ate and we left. So I'm feeling like maybe the 1188 was just to have a smooth, like no wait dinner. So, I mean, that was nice. And on the way to yoga today, I was sitting at the light, getting off the freeway, and I was like, oh, you know what? Let's do 1188. So I put in 1188 to, take me all the way to yoga, and I was like, maybe safe travels or something. I don't know. So I'm going down the street, made every single light. Every time I came to a light, it just turned green, and I was like, oh, so I got all green lights on the way to yoga. So I don't know. Could it be coincidence? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. If it is, great coincidence. If it's not, 1188 is like pretty awesome. So, so I don't know, like maybe you guys want to try out 1188. Susie was like, free dinner. Christian said, I think your dream decodes were spot on, Marie and Sumi. Very interesting. Yes. And Sai said, no wait dinner. The number 8 has no corners. It's a number that flows. True, very true. Syrian said, dreams are difficult to hold unless you write down quickly. Yeah, some of my dreams, I remember them forever. Like there are some dreams that I remember as a kid. Like there's actually a dream that I remember from when I was 4 years old. Like some dreams stay in there as if they're actual memories, and other times they're just poof, gone. um, Christian said, love that. Lady D, I'll give 1188 a try this week and let you know. Yeah. So, hey, let me know how this is going for you guys. I mean, Lady D has seen, some improvement. Other people have messaged me and said that, it seems like the numbers seem to be doing something a little bit more than just coincidence. Yeah, so keep trying. I mean, it doesn't hurt. I mean, it's not really going out of your way. It's just more of a thought. You're just thinking of putting in a number somewhere, and just see what happens. um, let's see. Sai said, I remember nightmares from childhood. Oh, I remember those too. I remember my nightmares, and I remember, I don't know why. Like one of the dreams from when I was like, it was probably like 3 or 4. Um, maybe I was traumatized, and that's why I remember that dream. But it was actually the last time I've ever wet the bed, like when I was a toddler. And I remember the dream I was having when I wet the bed. And then I remember waking up and being so ashamed that, me being a big girl, I'm not supposed to wet the bed. And so, I mean, kind of an odd dream to remember, but I still remember it to this day. That it was like the very last time I ever wet the bed, and then I was fine after that. But I don't know. Susie said that she had one from a past life. Lady D, I said, I had some dreams I remembered having as a little girl. Did end up being repressed memories coming out. So Susie had a past life with smallpox. Ooh. Yeah, there was like, what other dreams did I have? There was one I remember. Oh, there was one I have to share with you guys. It was, I used to have these nightmares, like continual nightmares of the house that I grew up in, because I mean, it was a little haunted. Okay, it was a lot haunted. And now what I know about haunted is really just, I think I mentioned this in like a video before, but it's like, things are attracted to our energy. And my brother and I were very scared in that house. There was a lot of hostility in the house. It wasn't a very good family environment, so there was a lot of negativity being pumped out in that house. And so anything that vibrates at a very negative level would of course be attracted to that. And so the more fear my brother and I had in that house, the more we pumped out fear, the more things that feed on fear were coming towards us, law of attraction type thing, although we didn't know about law of attraction when we were little kids, which is why I think that it's great that so many adults and moms and dads are learning about this stuff and kind of waking up so they can teach their kids, so like kids aren't scared like we used to be, or maybe not all of us were scared. Some of you guys are pretty cool with it, but I was scared, as a kid. And so it wasn't so much that there's just random spirits like roaming the earth, but more whatever is attuning itself to that frequency will, come into that our dimension here. But it's not like they live here. They're just being attracted to something, like a moth to a flame, So in my dream, I would dream that I'm in the house. I would dream about all the scary things that were in the house. And I had this fear that I would be stuck there for all eternity, that I would be stuck in this house for forever, that even if I grow old and I die, that I would have to be stuck in this house. And it was like a fear in my dream. And so it was this always reoccurring dream. And every time I try to turn on the lights, the light bulbs would burst, and it was always dark, and I'm always scared. And every time I try to reach for the front door, it's stuck, or I can't really reach it, or something's holding me back, and I'm screaming and I'm scared. And every time I try to scream, there's no voice, and I'm just like, and it's like the most terrifying, suffocating dreams ever. And so at one point, I remember, I forget what age I was, but I was having another one of those nightmares, and I'm like, oh no, another one of these. Like, I'm stuck in the house. There's monsters. It's dark. I can't get out. And I'm running for the front door in slow motion, because that's all I can do in my dream. I'm like, running and I'm trying to reach for the front door. And all of a sudden, I stop and I decide I've had enough. I'm tired of running and I'm tired of trying to escape this house. So I turn around and I face all the monsters, and it looks like storybook monsters. You know, you got Frankenstein's monster, you got the mummy, you got Swamp Thing or whatever, you know, creature from the Black Lagoon, you got a vampire, a werewolf, you know. So you got like things that represent monsters are all standing there. And I put my arms out and I said, I love you guys. And I gave them big hugs, like all of them. And I said, I want to be your friend. Do you want to be my friend? And I hug all the monsters. And all of a sudden they smiled and they said, yeah, we want to be your friend. And I was like, okay. And all of a sudden it's like the lights lifted in the home. I could leave if I wanted to. And all the monsters started partying. Like there was a disco ball, the lights went on. And I was like, is that all I had to do? I just had to face my monsters and I could leave whenever I wanted to. But I was so focused on, I'm scared, I have to get out, that I could never get out because my fear was keeping me in. So now, I don't really have nightmares anymore, but if I do, I know to stop myself in my dream. I turn around and I hug the thing that scares me most, and I tell them that I love them and will they be my friend. And so that's how I got over my nightmares. I don't know if you guys want to try that out, but but that's just like the nightmare that like stopped. And I've never ever had a nightmare since in that house. Like that, it's gone. Like I literally let go of that nightmare. It's never bothered me since. And it's been a long time now. So I don't know. Sometimes, you know, we really do work on things in our dreams and they really do affect the present, you know, so, or waking life anyway. Let's see, let me go back here. Sarian said, that's why I can't do horror, gory movies. I get too vivid in nightmares. Yeah, nowadays, like, I used to watch scary movies when I was younger. Like, I can't do it anymore. Size like the Monster Mash. Heck yeah, the Monster Mash was going on. Christian's like, that's awesome. So yeah, I mean, so many interesting dreams going on, you guys. But yeah, I think that was the dream that like I felt empowered. I was like, haha, I don't have to have nightmares anymore if I don't want to. Like, you know, if anything's scary, and sometimes there are, like I said, once in a while I get nightmares, but it's very rare. And some things, it's like I'm literally shaking in my dream because it's so scary, you know, what I feel and what I see. And I have to remember that nothing can harm me, nothing can hurt me. And I just like sometimes have to close my eyes in my dream and I'm like, I love you. And for the most part, whatever's there will either want to be my friend or it doesn't want anything to do with me, which is fine by me. So I don't know, maybe you guys want to try that out. But anyway, yeah, so anything interesting gone on for you guys this week? I've been kind of busy. Oh, I am going to probably miss my live chat next week with you guys. I don't know, we'll see. Because I'm traveling down to San Diego twice. You guys know that I have my house that, you know, I have to contend with my ex. And we have finally, you know, he's working on the loan and everything, so that he could do the refinance, so that he can fully put it in his name. And so he did get the appraisal. And so, I mean, the appraisal isn't done. I'm going down for the appraisal so that I can be there too. So I'm going down sometime next week, and I'm so happy because I get to see my furry children. Like Wally and Loki, I miss them so much, and I've been very appreciative that the cats in the neighborhood here, like Senor Momo, came over, gave me all those loves, came into the apartment. Like I needed kitten love so bad, you know. And even the other night, there was some other random cat came over. I was just sitting outside in front of my door, came over for some loves, belly rubs, hung out with me for a while, and it like just warmed my heart. Like many of you are cat mamas and cat papas, or at least dog mamas, dog papas, birds, whatever. You understand, you know, being a parent extends beyond human children sometimes. And Wally and Loki, I really do consider them my babies. Those are my boys. And so to be separated from them this long is very difficult. And there are days that I cry because I get very sad, that I'm not with them. Are they in any danger? Of course not. They're well taken care of. I know that my ex-boyfriend is a fabulous, cat daddy, that he spoils them rotten, and I know that they're in good hands. So it's not like anything bad is going on. I mean, they're very comfortable, very happy in their home. It's just that I don't have them, is hard. Um, but of course, it's what's best for them, and what's best for them is for them to be in their home. That's why we left them in Spring Valley. But I'm happy I get to see them. I think I want to go get a couple of like little gifts or something, so that I bring some gifts for my boys. But yeah, in my dreams too, every single night, even last night and the night before, I dream of them. They're in my dreams like all the time. So Wally and Loki are always there by my side, and they started showing up more, I would say, in the past month. Both of them are in my dream. In my meditations, I can feel them like brushing up against my legs, so that their spirits are with me, even though they're fully present here on Earth. But yeah, I miss them a lot, and I can feel that they miss me too. But we're at least able to connect on the astral. That's where I can actually see my boys. I can connect to them in my dreams, and that's where I see my boys. But I'm happy to physically be able to see my boys. So yeah, Susie said, Wally and Loki. And Sai said, Independence Day weekend, yes. Susie says they're going to be so happy. Silver Star says they're going to be just as happy to see you. Aw, yeah. And Christian's like, amazing. So yeah, so I'm going to go down there. It's just going to be a one-day thing. And a couple of friends of mine, my really good friends, were able to get me like a deal on a rental car. So I was like, pfft. So I'm going to have a rental for like 2 weeks. But basically, I'm just going to go down to San Diego, come right back. 5 hours in and 5 hours back. And then on just before the 4th of July, our Independence Day here in the U.S., I'm going to go down to San Diego again with James, and we're going to just kind of hang out for a few days. My aunt's throwing a 4th of July party, so party of 4 of us. I don't know. They're not big parties, but anyways, so. She has a good view of like the fireworks, so we'll be able to see those. And then we're going to be driving up north, so we're just going to have like a little mini vacation. So I'm excited, and I'm going to be able to see my brother. I haven't seen my brother in like several years. My brother lives up north too. I get to meet his girlfriend for the first time. Like, meet this girl who's dating my brother. I'm gonna have to have a chat with this girl. My brother's probably watching this right now. Hi, bro. I just want to talk to her. I just want to talk to her. Susie says it's fun. Christian said an intimate gathering. Yeah, it always is with my dad's side of the family. I mean, there's not many of us anymore because most everybody on my dad's side's much older. My dad's like 81, and so a lot of people have passed away. So it's a small group on that side. Sai said, is James your friend, best friend, roommate, homie, or co-worker? He is my boyfriend. So yeah, I'll fill you guys in on that later. 222. Silver Star says it's 222 again, but 122 here. But I still like the ones and the 22s. So, but yeah, lots of good stuff coming up. I'm really excited to see my brother. I really miss him, and it was nice having him in my dream last night. He's my only brother, and we grew up. We were like super, super close. And of course, as you become adults, some people like kind of move away from each other. But I miss him. I miss kind of wrestling him too. But I promise I will not wrestle my brother this time around. I'll be very nice, and I just want to grill his girlfriend, and that's it. Size said Silver Star 322 in Chicago. Lots of 2s and 3s and 1s lately in different combinations. Nice. Susie said, darn, Tara is off the market. I wanted to set Tara up, but James is a good guy. So yeah, I've been taken off the market. Thank you, Christian. So yeah, that's what's up. So if I can do a live chat with you guys, I of course will, but I'll mention it in the YouTube comments thing that they have that we can post, whether or not I will have one. Although I would like to have one, even if it's just briefly, like when we go see my brother. Like I would love, or even if we didn't do a live chat, if I just like did a video with my brother, I think that would be cool. Because I think you guys were asking that, like, if I ever got to hang out with my brother, you guys wanted to like see him, meet him, hear some of his stories, you know, because we're just two peas in a pod, you know. And it says Tara's gonna show up wearing a drill sergeant hat to inquire about brother's girlfriend. Sumi, don't give away all these. Don't give it away. But yeah, I'd be like, so how did you meet my brother? Very interesting. What do you do for a living? Very interesting. What's your intentions with my brother? How good are you at arm wrestling? Do you like to wrestle? Do you want to race? Silverstar says, yes, just enjoy. We appreciate it all. You know, we will be waiting on the tea. Exactly. Everardo, hello. This is Yay Witchy Stuff Saturday. Let's see. Michelle said, thanks, Sai, for asking. I've been wondering about that for a very long time now. Apparently, I am uber nosy. No. Surian's like, being an older sis rocks. It does. Sai's like, if the girlfriend doesn't like cats, she's out. Yeah, that's gonna be I'm like, so, oh, you know what? Hold on. Where is it? I have it. Hold on. I have cat fur in here. I'm gonna be like, hold this for me. Sniff it. Do you have any reactions? How do you like cats? I just happened to show up with a kitty headband, like, everybody agrees with Sai. I'm like, what's your relationship with kittens? Get a test a girlfriend cat, yes. Yeah, like, do you have any allergic reactions to this fur? Yeah, on a stick, right? Nice. So, yeah, you guys will definitely get the tea from me. I'll try to film as much as I can, you know, for the vlog, of course. You know, that's going to be an interesting vlog. There's going to be a lot in it. You guys will get to meet my family in the vlog, because I'll make sure that my Aunt Virgie's on there, my dad, my stepmom. I think that's pretty much us, unless my aunt brings, like, her friends. I think she's going to try to bring some friends, but otherwise it's just us. My brother said he may come down for the 4th of July, but that's a really long drive for him from the Bay Area. So otherwise I'll just see him when I drive up there. So yeah, I'm super excited. Christian said, I had a mad dream a few weeks ago with a cat in it. It was amazing. Really? Oh, do tell. So yeah, so I will play nice. But, you know, as big sis, I have to inquire for my baby brother. But it seems like he's really happy. I mean, even when he talks about her, and, you know, sometimes I get to see her when we FaceTime and stuff, and I've heard her talk and everything. But he seems really happy. But, you know, of course, I got to do my thing, you know. Let's see, Christian said, it scurried up my left side and sat on my shoulder. It was a ginger cat. Ooh, I wonder if that's one of your guides. Could very well be a cat, could be an energy in cat form, but I like that. And it being a ginger cat, that's interesting. Maybe fiery energy. I like it. It says it was like the cat from Alice in Wonderland. Well, that's cool. And if that's one of your guides, that's even cooler. Maybe you can like call in that energy again during meditation. See what happens, maybe. Susie says, I think you will like her. I think so too. She sounds like a nice girl. So Christian said, yeah, it felt like a spirit guide for sure. Silver Star, I'm sure she's amazing. Find him good as us women do. Get him better. Christian said, yeah, it was super cool. Well, that's awesome. And I'm glad when I got to have like that Wally and Loki have been in my dreams. Like, so yeah. So lots of stuff to no, Silver Star, I totally understand. It's the I can't dictate without like it coming off as like I'm speaking a foreign language, like putting it into the phone. And sometimes I send it off and people are like, my homie says what? No worries, no worries. But anyway, I thought, let's see, how many people in here? Okay, well, we have 11 people. I thought for funsies today, I would just pick a little charm for you guys, and you can interpret it. I encourage you to interpret the charm that I pull for you. So if you would like me to pull you a charm, I'm not going to do any interpretation. I want you guys to interpret it. And if you're having difficulties, definitely help or have anybody else in the group kind of chime in, because you know I want us to try to work together. So if you would like a charm, these are my charms, my fun little charms. If you would like one, just say charm me or something. Like charm me. Charm me. But let's see what my charm is for today. All right, so Michelle would like a charm. She would like to be charmed. Silver Star says, thank you, faster fingers. Then my fingers want to type much better. The keyboard, I'm sure it helped, but still happens. All right, Michelle, let's see. Your charm, and then we got Lady D. All right, so Michelle, you have a school bus. That's your charm for today. So you might want to interpret that. If anybody gets stuck, you guys can chime in to the charm if you want. We could always help each other out. But Michelle has the school bus. Lady D would like to be charmed. Lady D, Lady D. Okay, Lady D got the Viking helmet. Wonder what that could mean for you. Either something about Vikings, something about helmets, protection. I don't know. So Lady D, that one's yours. Viking helmet. Let's see. Silver Star said, charm me. Charm me. Oh. Silver Star? You got the funny emoji. So yeah. I like this one actually. So that one's yours, Silver Star. Okay, let me go back here. All right, Christian would love a charm. And then Susie says, charm me, my high priestess. So Christian and then Susie. Okay, Christian. Ooh, Christian, you have a hot bowl of rice. Or it could be something else, but to me that looks like rice. So hot bowl of rice for Christian. All right. And then we said Susie. Let me go back here. Sumi was saying it was the magic school bus. Michelle was also thinking of the magic school bus. Silverstar also had the magic school bus popped into her head.